feel like it's important to be involved in the community because, like I said, you can't have a community without involvement.
I think that the City Council is really relying on us to kind of be at the forefront of all of that so that we can then say, hey, here's something that's really important that's happening that you should be aware of, that maybe you might want to consider investing in, that the community would benefit from.
Richland City Council receives advice and recommendations from 13 various boards, commissions, and committees. These boards encompass a broad range of city policies and services, including planning and zoning, housing and community development, recreational activities, utilities, economic development, tourism, and quality of life issues. With more than 80 citizens devoting their time and knowledge and working with city staff, Council is able to receive much more detailed and accurate information about current issues and concurrently is able to make well-informed decisions about municipal government operations. These advisory groups are critical to Richland City Council's continued implementation of its strategic leadership plan by virtue of their ability to work with staff to research, review, and make recommendations.
Because by interacting with all of these different groups and having a strong conversation going, you're just a lot smarter and a lot richer in ideas than any small group of board members is going to be.
Boards and commissions can be an essential part of getting us thinking more creatively. They can be an excellent springboard for creative, innovative, and new ideas that can make Richland a better place for all of us to live, work, and play.
Hello, I'm Heather Kinsley, Richland City Attorney. Citizen participation in city government is important to the vitality of a community. Government functions best when multiple views and opinions are considered. Serving on an advisory group is one way members of the public can volunteer and get involved with their city government. These groups serve mostly to advise City Council, but some also hear appeals, receive public comments, or establish, review, and enforce policies and regulations. All appointments to boards, commissions, and committees are made by the City Council. Currently, 9 of the advisory groups require the members to reside in Richland, and 4 request that the members have specific backgrounds. A detailed description of all of the city boards, commissions, and committees is available from the City Clerk's office or from the city website.
I think it's important to give back to the community if you can. And so the boards that I sit on are for nonprofit organizations that, either need greater community support or greater community involvement. And so I get out of it the fact that if I've got time to give back, I'm giving back to causes that I believe in.
I think an important thing for the boards is to get citizen involvement. You have something like the City Council has, a certain number of elected representatives, but the business of the city is much larger than what that council can truly do if the city is growing and things are changing all the time. I think what that provides is a much richer way for the general public to communicate with the city, because there's just many more people involved, and so neighbors are on these things.
Being a member of an advisory group is more than just attending meetings and advising council. Members get to make a distinct difference in their community. For example, the Richland Parks and Recreation Commission members help oversee and provide recommendations to council on how city parks, trails, and open space are developed, and the amenities that each of these public resources will have. Arts Commission members provide recommendations on artistic endeavors within the city, explore means of financial support for public art, and encourage art-related projects and events. Members of the Utility Advisory Committee serve as an advisory body relative to policy and planning for the managing, financing, and operation of the utilities owned and operated by the City of Richland. The Code Enforcement Board conducts hearings on civil violations of the Richland Municipal Code and serves in an advisory capacity in matters relating to code enforcement and civil violations. Economic development, quality housing, public facilities, and zoning and planning are all within the purview of Richland's various boards, commissions, and committees.
One of the things I really enjoy being on council is working with our boards and commissions. Our boards and commissions are an essential part of getting feedback to the council in some specialty areas. The purpose of our boards and commissions is to provide council with formal recommendations in some specialty areas. Even though our boards and commissions are very diverse, the folks who tend to volunteer for that service tend to have a lot of things in common. Each of those individuals has passion about the community and volunteerism. They're very interested and engaged in making our community a better place to live, and they're also willing to personally make the commitment to do the homework as well as invest in the time to attend the meetings. And also they're very interested in moving the city forward. We have a very ambitious strategic plan, and there are so many opportunities to make Richland one of the best places to live, not only in Washington but also in the Pacific Northwest.
A staff liaison is appointed to each advisory group. As city attorney, I'm a liaison for two boards, the Code Enforcement Board and the ADA Citizens Review Committee. Staff liaisons serve as the point of contact for research needs, relay industry best practices, and provide recommendations for board consideration. City Council may also appoint a council liaison to sit on the board, commission, or committee as a non-voting advisor. This allows the committee to share board business with the remainder of council members and to provide council oversight to the commission members.
City staff plays an important role in the board and commission process. The staff arranges the meetings, helps fill the vacancies, but I think most importantly, provides the professional advice from the staff level perspective that feeds into the board and commission process. Boards and commissions consider that professional staff advice, deliberate on that, use their own education and experience to develop a committee recommendation, and those recommendations are forwarded on to council. So the staff and commissioners work together in forming those recommendations.
Our role is in really being the eyes and ears of the arts so that we can then go and articulate to the council why it's important, why it's significant, why the city should consider investing in whether it be a new public art piece or investing more in the performing arts and supporting that and encouraging more of an arts influence or arts-related activities in the city.
It's a big commitment of time. It's especially hard when you get started because you're walking into something new, but it's a very rewarding thing to do. And I think, I would certainly recommend it to people who feel that they have, good skills in things like management or organization of things, and are just good at working collaboratively.
Well, the city's a full service city, and we're involved in a wide range of activities. And the city council, as educated and well versed as they are, they cannot be knowledgeable on every single subject that the city encounters. So we rely on our boards and commissions to act as panels of experts to advise the city council on specific areas.
Representation from all citizens is important to City Council. That is why they've established youth positions on certain boards and commissions. These engaged students bring a unique perspective and youthful enthusiasm to city government.
It's intimidating at first, and to have my vote be equal to theirs, and to gain wisdom from them, and then gain, kind of wisdom from me also, a different perspective, I guess. It is interesting to say the least, because at first you come onto the board and they're like, who is this kid? Does she know what she's talking about? But as you delve deeper into the relationships with them, you garner their respect and they garner your respect, and then you can really have a grown-up conversation. I think it's important to be involved in your community to know what's going on, because you can't really have a community unless you know the people in it and know what's important to the people in it. So political, or I guess community and social and political involvement, I think is always good.
Hi, I'm Debbie Barham, Deputy City Clerk and Coordinator for the boards, commissions, and committees. Volunteering on one of these advisory groups really does make a difference in our community, and all it takes is a willingness to get involved. To find out more about boards, commissions, and committees, go to the city website and click on Government, then Advisory Boards and Commissions. From here, you can select which board, commission, or committee you're interested in learning about. To find out what vacancies are available, click on I Want To, then Apply For, Advisory Boards and Commissions. You may also call me for more information at 942-7388.
Your Richland City Council invites you to get involved with your city government. Be a part of the decision-making process. It's a great way to help make a difference. Richland's boards, commissions, and committees.